Dude, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. FRS, I'm gonna show you guys in the background how to install some wheel spacers. Let's go ahead and look at the FRS currently. So these are the stock wheels that we just painted gloss black that turned out really good. Look at that. Those turned out really well. If you want to learn how to make your wheels look as clean and crisp and perfect as these ones on your stock ones, watch the video before this. So just go to my channel, MITSUBISHI.com, or MITSUBISHI, and you'll just hit the subscribe button, of course, and then look at the video before this. You're gonna see how to make your wheels look like this, because those actually turned out really, really well. Very affordable DIY. But right now, currently, they're sunk into the body. So here's a good example of an aggressive fitment. See the aggressive? This is my 2000 MR2 SPYDER. Very aggressive, very racetrack. Actually has a really good view back here. That's the kind of fitment that we're kind of looking for today. See that? That's what you want right there. That looks really aggressive, nice fitment. Currently, the FRS is kind of sunken in. So it doesn't even look like there's wheels. So I'm gonna show you guys how to install them, kind of explain these wheel spacers and why these are the ones that you wanna go with. First things first, let's go ahead and lift up the driver's side of the car, put it on a jack stand, and then I'll show you how to install them. Really simple, but it's something that you should do, especially for handling. It makes the handling better. Believe it or not, I have wheel spacers on my Tundra, on my truck, with authentic TRD wheels. Now, if you get proper wheels, proper, very, very, very expensive wheels, you actually don't need to get spacers. There's no spacers on this. But if you're gonna run OEM wheels or OEM fitment, get the spacers. This is why we're gonna do it today. So let's go ahead and jump on it. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know how to put your car on jack stands. Again, this is a nice little how-to for you, very simple. We're gonna pull off these freshly painted wheels with these nice, I really enjoy these open-ended lug nuts. They actually look really, really good. So we're gonna get these off. And we're gonna do the first one first, the front one first. And then I'm gonna explain to you what size of spacer I'm using. So let's go ahead and pull the wheel off. Set the wheel aside. Pretty simple. Okay, so now that the wheel is off, there we go. Oh my gosh, this is such a nice garage, so much room in here. We are gonna do, I have two spacers here. I have a 25 millimeter and a 20 millimeter. So you can see there's two different. They're both 5x100s for the bolt pattern, but you can see the spacer, the thickness. We are gonna do a more staggered stance like the MR2. The MR2 actually has 17-inch wheels in the back and then 16 in the front. We're gonna do, these are 17s all around. We're gonna do, and it's interesting that the thickness is different. I kind of wish it was this size, but oh well. We're gonna do the 20 millimeters in the front and the 25 in the back. So it gets a little bit more poke than the front. So pretty much really, really simple here. Here, you're just gonna put it on, right? Just like that. So it is hub centric. What does that mean? It means that there's a little shelf right here, and then there's a little shelf right here that centers around that. So if it wasn't, it could be like this. But when it's hub centric, that's what you want, hub centric. All you literally do is put these ones on, and it's replacing the OEM studs with these extended studs. And then it sits flush. So if you guys don't understand it, it just sits flush. It's pretty cool, pretty good idea. Now, sometimes you can put a wheel spacer between, on the OEM stud, between the brake rotor and the OEM stud and the wheel. Don't do that, because then you don't get as much, it's not as secure. Do an actual wheel spacer. Now, the real expensive way would be buy nice wheels like the MR2, but for I think these are $120, $130. Okay, you can already see it sticks out more. It's more aggressive. Again, this is gonna be a 20 millimeter. It's not as aggressive as, of course, this fender's getting replaced. Ignore the fender. It's not as aggressive as the rear's gonna be. So it's pretty simple. Again, I'm on H and R springs. I don't know if you guys know that, lowering springs. So it's the original strut, but the spring around it is shorter, so it lowers it. Keep that in mind. You'll see the fitment of this. If you have some kind of crazy wheel, you need to make sure you got your specs correct. So let's go ahead and we're gonna actually start the rear right now. And all I gotta do is, again, remove this wheel. I can already tell the front looks more aggressive. Can you guys see that there? It looks way more aggressive. So the best part is when you set the car on the ground. So let's go ahead and pop off this rear wheel and install the 25 millimeter. Okay, just like that, wheel spacer number 2 installed. Again, 25 millimeters. It is larger. I like it, and I think it's gonna look really good, and I bet it'll have a little bit, just like a flush look. I bet it actually won't poke, which is kind of what I want. I want it to be flush. I don't want it as aggressive as the MR2. If I'm gonna do that aggressive, I'm not gonna use the stock wheels. I'll use another aftermarket wheel. That being said, let's go ahead and grab the wheel and put it back on. Ooh, same process. Okay, that looks really aggressive. Of course, I put a little bit of shine on there. Let's go ahead and throw the car up on some jack, or get it off the jack stands. Let's go ahead and do it now. So we're gonna put this back up here. And then we can see what it looks like all together. All right, moment of truth, guys. Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. Mainly, oh no, it's perfect. That is definitely the recommended. That looks, oh, yeah. So, I can see why we did it. Why people were saying that's the size to go with. Oh, that looks so good. Yep, perfect. Do you guys see that difference? It's huge. Oh my gosh, that made the car look so much more sporty. Even on the front. Yep, look at that. Okay, that is amazing. So now what we need to do is compare. Let's come over to the other side of the FRS. Oh, it is huge. Look at this, look at this, look at that. So 25, 20, 25. Okay, ready? And then look at this, look how much, this is so much better. Wow. That is very good. Now, you might want to do coilovers. You might want to go a little bit lower, but still that looks really good. See, here's a really, really good fitment right there. That's pretty awesome though. That is pretty awesome. Okay, I'm gonna flip the car around and do it on the other side. See, okay, so as I flip the car around, look how sunken in those are. That is just insane. And then you come over here, and there's no light on this yet. It's even more bulged. It looks so good. I don't know if you need an alignment. I don't think you do. Maybe you do. When I install spacers, I typically have already recently got an alignment, or I don't need one. Maybe you need an alignment afterwards though. I don't know, you can comment down below. Typically, me personally, I don't get an alignment afterwards. Okay, so what we need to do is lift this side up and then install the 4 on this side. Again, we went with a 20 in the front and then a 25 in the rear, and I'm told there's no rubbing, so we need to drive the car and I'll let you know if there's rubbing or not. There shouldn't be any rubbing. It should be a really nice fitment. Oh, it's such a huge difference. It's so much more sporty when it's poked out. That is, it just looks more aggressive and expensive and beefy. I love that. And then when you get a kit with it, it won't look as naked. If you were to get a kit, like the full body kit, the TRD kit, and then have it sunk in like this, is like the first thing I would do is get wheel spacers. So let's go ahead and lift the car back up. Okay, I've officially installed the spacers on the passenger side. That looks so good. I know it looks like a monster truck right now. We just did these gloss black wheels. I hope you guys enjoyed that. They turned out really, really well. And they should stay painted forever. I might sell these ones, but they should never not be painted. Looks really good. So what we need to do is lower the car down now and look at the final product. And again, these are 25 millimeters, 5x100. And then those are 20 millimeters, 5x100. Spacers, hub centric. These are what you want. This is how you're gonna get that that secure feeling, better handling. These are really, really good without going out and buying expensive wheels like the MR2. And just like that, another awesome mod installed. Very simple, you can do this. This car looks so expensive now. It's crazy the difference of what I've done. I've literally done black wheels and wheel spacers on the exterior and removed some crap. That's literally like I removed the mud flaps, it's just crap. That is amazing. It's a good style. To be honest, this is growing on me a little bit more right now than the MR2. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this car. Looks really, really good. There's the fitment. Does handle a lot better. Highly recommend doing this. Overall, it just looks really good. It's perfect. It's more than factory. It's like better. It's like how factory should have come. Look at that. That rear looks so good. Front looks perfect too. It's a perfect fit. Can you guys see that? There's like, it's just perfect. Yeah, so again, 20 in the front, 25 in the back. You need to do the 25. Don't do the 20 and 20. The rear will look too concaved. The rear looks so good. Look at the earlier video, earlier part in the video, you'll be able to see the difference. That rear bumper is starting to look more like the MRS. See? That looks so good. I think those are like 245s or 255s, and these are like, no, those might be 225s, 235s. I don't know what those are. And these are only like 215s, but that looks so much better. Not a hard mod to install. You guys can definitely do this. If you have any questions, comment down below, I'll help you. Make sure that when you're putting them on, it's centralized in the hub. So when you put the spacer on there, make sure it's actually on there flush. And then you're never gonna take those off. The only time you're gonna take the wheel spacers off is if you do like, you need to pull an axle or something like that, or change your brakes. So they're gonna be on there for a long time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like, subscribe. This car is really coming together. If it gets passed on this inspection I'm doing with it, I will then start doing a lot more aesthetic mods to it. I will get a full kit for it. I'm in the market for an authentic TRD. If you have one, let me know. I will do a bunch of blackout here, OEM blackout stuff to make it look a lot nicer as well, and then that will be blacked out as well. This is getting a new wire harness. And then once it gets a new wire harness, it's being towed because it currently doesn't run very well. It starts and then dies. And we're gonna get a tune on it, which is exciting. So I already got that book that's gonna be for September 20th or something like that. So coming up here soon for you guys. And then once we have this ready to go, that out, the Evo will be back. We'll daily drive the Evo and we'll put the Toyota Celica right here. And I think it will face, because that's where all my tools are and stuff in there in that dark room. I think the Celica will face this way, and then we'll work on it right here. I think that's a good spot to do it. So I'm excited, and we're gonna install that turbo. Make sure to like, subscribe, swingbymitch.com. Hope this is helpful. See you guys in the next video.